If you have any form of shoulder pain or shoulder tightness, here's one shoulder stretch that you absolutely should be doing, but probably aren't. My name is Grant Frost, and I'm an Australian musculoskeletal physiotherapist who is really passionate about trying to understand why things go wrong with the body. And when talking about shoulder pain, shoulder tightness, or general shoulder dysfunction, one of the hidden things that a lot of people accrue without realizing it is we tend to lose a lot of shoulder internal rotation. And the simple reason why a lack of shoulder internal rotation could be one of the hidden causes of your shoulder pain or general shoulder tightness and dysfunction is because of what it asks your shoulder to do. If you didn't realize, typically if we become stiff and tight through the back of the shoulder, and the expression of that is limiting our ability to open up and rotate our shoulder downwards, if you do any movement or activity that requires more shoulder internal rotation than you currently have available, then it will ask your entire shoulder to compensate around that. So for example, if we look at a basic shoulder internal rotation test, where we're up tall, shoulders back, and we're rotating our forearm down as far as you can go, if you need to get to a certain position but don't have the range to get there, then the only way you can get there is if your body changes the orientation of your shoulder, dumping it forwards to increase that available range. So if you have a shoulder biceps tendon dysfunction, a bursitis, a shoulder impingement, rotator cuff tears or dysfunctions, AC joint issues, any of the labels attached to your pain or dysfunction can be a consequence of your shoulder being forced to act in a position that is less optimal. So by improving your shoulder internal rotation, we allow the space for your shoulder to stay back in a good position and allow you to interact with your environment more successfully. And the really simple exercise that I want to show you is one that you can do in sitting, and all you need is a bench or a surface to rest your elbow onto. Making sure that we first start from a good shoulder position, so shoulders comfortably back. Keeping that position, I want you to rest your elbow on something with the majority of your forearm hanging off the edge. From here, keeping your shoulder back, we want to rotate your forearm down as far as you feel comfortable. And if you don't have a lot of range, you might find that you'll tap out relatively quickly. But we want to go until you feel a comfortable tightness either at the side or the back of your shoulder. We don't want you to feel like you're jamming up at the front. If you are, then you're losing a good shoulder posture or aren't in a good shoulder posture to begin with. And we also want to stop as soon as you feel like your shoulder wants to dump forwards. So the success of this exercise isn't essentially how far your hand goes, because you can cheat and go a lot further. It's making sure that you feel your shoulder is back, your arms out to the side, and that when you get to a position that feels restricted, you feel that tightness towards the back of that shoulder. Because from here, we don't want you to just hold it here. We want you to push that hand back into this one without moving. So we're tensing up that tightness at the back. We're holding it for 5 to 10 seconds so that when you give, that tissue gives, and you should immediately feel you can go further again. So for me, I can get to here, pushing again, squeezing again, 5 to 10 seconds, I feel it all in the back of my shoulder. When I relax, keeping a good position, I feel like my shoulder's opening up really well, giving it another squeeze, relax, go further and further again without feeling like my shoulder's wanting to do something a bit awkward. Just be warned that if you do lack a lot of shoulder range, you might feel like it's so easy for you to dump into a bad position, and you might feel a lot of your discomfort through the front. If that is you, you can play around with which direction you feel you're facing to make sure that you give yourself the best chance of keeping that shoulder back without feeling like it wants to dump forwards and irritate some of the tissue at the front. But clinically, as a physiotherapist, if you are lacking shoulder internal rotation range of motion, then you absolutely need to work on improving that to restore normal function to the shoulder and create the best environment possible for any of the consequences that you may have developed to give them the best chance of going away and staying away forever. So if that was helpful for you, please consider liking and subscribing. Consider becoming a member if you want more exclusive content from me. But I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time.